You may see a futuristic-looking Cybertruck on the streets pretty soon. A federal judge just blocked Montana's TikTok ban, and Beyoncé is coming to a screen near you. I'm Jeff Pierre, and this is The 7 from The Washington Post. It's Friday, December 1st. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Number 1. The pause in fighting between Israel and Hamas is over. The pause, which took effect a week ago, allowed for exchanges of hostages held by Hamas for Palestinian prisoners, but no agreement was reached yesterday to extend it, so the pause ended this morning. Israel's military said it resumed airstrikes in the Gaza Strip about 30 minutes after the pause expired. Ahead of the restart in fighting, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said he made it clear to Israel what would need to happen going forward. He spoke to Israeli officials yesterday in Tel Aviv.
I made clear that before Israel resumes major military operations, it must put in place humanitarian civilian protection plans that minimize further casualties of innocent Palestinians. It is capable of neutralizing the threat posed by Hamas while minimizing harm to innocent men, women, and children. And it has an obligation to do so. It's imperative that Israel act in accordance with international humanitarian law and the laws of war.
Blinken said that Israel agreed to demands for it to minimize civilian deaths. A gag order on Donald Trump was reinstated in his New York fraud case. That's number 2. Yesterday, an appeals court upheld a judge's order from October that prevented the former president from making public comments about court staff in the civil case. It's now back in place after a temporary lift. The order was issued after Trump posted a photo of a court employee that the judge said led to threats. But the possibility of legal penalties doesn't seem to have kept Trump quiet. He's recently taken aim at the judge's wife. Number 3. A federal judge blocked Montana's TikTok ban. The ban was set to take effect on January 1st. Other states have banned the Chinese-owned app on government devices, but Montana's ban would have been the first to prohibit all use of TikTok in a whole state. Yesterday, a judge ruled that the ban oversteps state power. He said the law was designed to target ByteDance, the Chinese company which owns TikTok, rather than to protect Montanans. The ruling could have a wider impact. This case has been watched across the nation as a signal for how other potential bans could move forward. Some lawmakers have claimed that China's links to TikTok make it a national security threat, but there's not much evidence that it's more of a privacy threat than other apps. The number of malaria cases surged by millions last year. That's number 4. There were about 249 worldwide cases of the deadly disease in 2022. That's according to new figures from the World Health Organization. It's an increase of 5 million cases compared to 2021. The spike appears to have been driven by extreme weather events like catastrophic flooding in Pakistan. And experts say the spread of deadly diseases like malaria is only going to become more of a problem as the world gets hotter over the next few years and decades. Number 5. Shane MacGowan, the frontman of the Pogues, has died. MacGowan was a brilliant but troubled musical genius. With the Pogues, he helped reinvent the Irish music scene in the 1980s. The band fused punk rock and Celtic influences, inspiring bands such as the Cranberries in Ireland and the Dropkick Murphys in Boston. You probably know the Pogues' holiday-themed hit, Fairy Tale of New York.
It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank.
MacGowan had struggled with drug and alcohol addiction, and he was hospitalized last year with viral brain inflammation. His family said he died yesterday at the age of 65. Elon Musk launched the futuristic-looking Tesla Cybertruck. That is number 6. This is one of the strangest electric trucks on the market. It's kind of like a stainless steel battering ram with an angular and menacing physique. If you haven't seen it, you need to. There's a picture of it in our newsletter, so check the link in our show notes. Musk presented the new truck at an event in Austin yesterday. If you want one, it could cost you up to $100,000 depending on the model, and you should expect delays. Musk has warned that ramping up production to meet demand will be difficult because of the truck's unique materials and design.
We are creating our own world.
And at number 7.
This is my reward. Nobody can take that away from me.
Beyoncé's Renaissance movie hits the big screen today. The 2-hour and 48-minute film tells the story of the global icon's recent tour. It was a record-breaking, dazzling, and futuristic spectacle that was such a phenomenon that it helped power the U.S. economy. If you're going, it's not going to be cheap. Tickets start at $22, but it should be fun. Theaters are encouraging fans to sing, dress in the tour's signature silver and chrome colors, and take part in the Mute Challenge. It's pretty simple to play along. When everyone goes quiet, so should you. Don't let your intrusive thoughts win. And if you want to get hyped before you go see the movie, go listen to Beyoncé's new single, My House. It was released at midnight. That is the show for this week. As always, we appreciate you for listening. If you're looking for a way to support this show, you can do something as simple as subscribing or even sharing The 7 with a friend. The assistant producer of The 7 is Taylor White. The staff writers are Jamie Ross and Hannah Jewell. John Taylor is our editor. Additional editing is by Christina Quinn. Copy editing by Melissa No, Francis Moody, and Thomas Haliba. Mixing and sound design is by Jim Briggs and Justin Garish. Our theme music is by Edith Mudge. Our director of audio is Renita Jablonski. I'm Jeff Pierre. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend, and I will meet you back here on Monday.